The sun hung low over the quiet little town, casting golden streaks across the cracked pavement of Thompson's auto yard. Rows of old cars sat forgotten, their paint faded, their engines silent reminders of better days. Emily pushed her sunglasses up the bridge of her nose, her heart thudding with excitement. She had heard about this place through a friend, a spot where old machines went to die, or if you were lucky to be reborn. And there it was, tucked in the far corner, hidden behind a dusty pickup and a stack of rusted rims, stood a 1965 Ford Mustang. Its once vibrant red paint had dulled to the color of dried clay, and the chrome trim bore the scars of time. But the car had a presence, a dignity that no amount of rust could hide. Emily froze, her breath catching. She had always dreamed of owning a classic Mustang. It wasn't just a car to her, it was freedom, rebellion and hope wrapped in steel. "Beautiful, isn't she?" a voice rasped. She turned to see an elderly man in oil-stained coveralls approaching. His hair was silver, his face lined with years of grease and sun, but his eyes carried a kindness that softened his rough exterior. "I didn't think anyone still noticed her," he said with a small smile. "She's been sitting here longer than most of these." Emily stepped closer, running her fingers lightly over the hood. The metal was warm from the sun. "Does she run?" The man chuckled, a sound somewhere between pride and sorrow. "She coughs to life now and then, but she's got more bad days than good. Doesn't drive like she used to. Not since—" He stopped himself, clearing his throat. "Well, doesn't matter. If you're interested, I'll let her go for $600. Emily blinked. $600? For a 1965 Mustang? Even in this condition, that was unthinkably low. She studied his face, half expecting a smirk, a catch, something that would ruin the magic. But he was serious. Her hands trembled as she reached for her wallet. $600 it is. The old man's eyes softened further as he accepted the bills. "She's yours now. Take good care of her, will you?" Emily grinned, the kind of grin she hadn't worn since childhood. "I will, I promise." As she slid into the torn leather driver's seat, the faint smell of gasoline and old upholstery filled her lungs. She turned the key, and the engine coughed, sputtered, then roared with a stubborn growl that made her heart race. Neighbors might have seen only a dying machine, but Emily saw a future, and for the first time in years she felt alive. The old man stood in the shadow of his garage, watching her with an expression she couldn't quite read, half relief, half something else.